I'm attorney Chloe Bell Ginto, one of the lucky successful examinees of the Bar Exam 2024 under Justice Mario Lopez. And today I wanted to make a short chit-chat video. Editing Chloe here. This was so long. It should have been a podcast of, well, some tips and tricks that I wish I knew when I started law school or when I was preparing for the bar exam that would have made my bar exam experience less nerve-wracking. Because I think that the biggest challenge in taking the bar exam was the anxiety of it all. The challenge of sleeping early in preparation for the next day's exam. And it's not just something that could be easily pep talked about. Yung parang, you think you could pep talk yourself na tomorrow is just another exam, it's just a regular one, and you should be able to sleep because sleep is very important for the next day's performance. Pero, oh God, I think every single examinee felt that nervousness, that anxiety, na talagang ang hirap makatulog. The key to having a good night's sleep is, but before I reveal the secret, I think we should take a step back. If not, years from your bar exam review proper, and try to remember this cliche saying that the preparation for the bar exam begins from day one of law school, and that is no joke. I knew of this before the first day of class because I looked up in YouTube stuff about law school because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And I think it was, I don't know if it was Lex in Motion. Yes, it was Lex in Motion. It was Lex in Motion who emphasized that on the first day of class, you should be prepared. You should have at least some knowledge of what law school is. And from watching his videos, and I think you doing the work right now, from watching other people's content or just stories of how law school was for them, I think is enough for you to have some knowledge of what work is entailed in your law school journey. So, from day one of class, talagang I was in it. I had bar exam in my mind from the first day of class. I knew that I was at a disadvantage because I have chronic migraine. Na there could be a chance na although I strive hard for 4 or 5 years of my law school, I could still fail it if my head aches during the said exam days, diba? So, sabi ko, I think I have to like double or triple my effort from day one and kung saan ko kaya, just to prepare myself if ever man na I'm not in the best shape during the exam days. And for, I guess, yeah, those years that I was in law school, yun talaga nasa mind ko na everything that I'm doing is for the bar exam. So, I'm not, there were days that I was slacking off, but talagang yun yung magmo-motivate sa'yo na you can't afford to just get that easy pass. You can't afford to just skip the reading. Parang always some sense of urgency na whatever you do today will pay off later on. Whatever dumb thing that you might do sa law school will get you back sa review or if not sa bar exam mismo. So I guess if you implant that in your mind, you will not have a hard time in coping or like meeting the effort needed for your bar exam preparation. That entails, number one, mentally and physically preparing for your review. Paano ba? So you mentally and physically prepare by, one, eating healthier, making better choices sa kakainin mo, trying to minimize the coffee or caffeine intake, may it be from coffee or carbonated drinks. Kasi minsan, especially if you take too much, talagang it will, ano ba to? Too much of caffeine prolonged yung state of stress or cortisol level mo, and it's not good for you. It will mess up with your hormones and eventually lead up na you can't focus as much anymore. You feel like an addict in a way na you have to get that coffee muna before you have the energy to study. If you try it, at first, of course, it will be hard, but eventually you'll realize na you have more energy if you're running on healthier fuel kesa sa kape-kape lang and unhealthy food choices. Next is getting exercise in and getting enough sleep. So, if you could surround actually your schedule sa sleep first, putting sleep first will really benefit you. Kasi I noticed during my first few years or the first year I was in law school na nagpupuyat ako, mas mahirap mag-absorb, mas mahirap umintindi ng concepts kaysa dun sa nakatulog ako na mabuti the night before I was studying. So, what I did was I prioritized sleep and then pencil my schedule surrounding sleep. Then, insert dun yung exercise. Exercise also helped a lot in managing anxiety. So, yeah. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, as much as possible, take care of your body para at the best shape by bar exam. And parang yung momentum mo, it should be up and rising. Tama ba? Should really avoid magplateau sa progress or sa motivation mo sa pag-aaral. And sometimes, actually, motivation is not enough to drive you to read every single day for 8 to 12 hours. It's discipline, which you can only develop from law school, from day one of law school. If lit in your heart, hindi ka mahihirapan. Parang you will be more passionate than ever and you'll be in a state of flow. Everything else will be a good time. That's what we're here for then. Although it is a struggle, you should be able to have a good time. Struggle na nga. Hindi ka pa masaya. Ba't ka pa nandito? Parang ganun. Next is the financial preparation for the resources that you will be needing. Aside dun sa annotations and codals that you've accumulated in the 4 or 5 years in law school, there will be review books talaga na you'll be needing to buy. Additional supplement na review materials like e-codal ba or review materials from a reputed review center or a law school. For me, I think that's one of the mistakes I did. I accumulated too many. I tried to buy too many materials na hindi ko naman nabasa lahat. I should really handpick kung alin. I tried to get as many as I could kasi wala akong masyadong makausap kung anong materials din yung okay. Parang I had to know it myself. So I bought the material, I scanned it, and then I decided kung yun ba talaga yung dadalhin ko until the last few months of my bar review. So from there, gastos pa sa titirhan mo, gastos sa pagkain, gastos sa application fee, ano ba? Processing ng documents mo sa school. But those kind of things, when they accumulate, it will take a toll on your mental health din. Kasi I acknowledge I was very privileged that my parents covered my ass for my entire law school journey until sa bar review. They financed me, so I'm very grateful for that. And yun nga, I was aware of how much of a struggle it was for my peers. And yun, it's something that will take energy out of you and will have to somehow affect your review, your focus, kumbaga kung may additional ka pa na iniisip. So if you're able to save up for your bar review, that would be of great help talaga na you have enough fund. And if you're a full-time working student, baka you can opt for a study leave or some others nga, they had to quit just to really have their full focus on review. So that's another aspect na you should consider in your bar review preparation. Next one, I think for me was really parang not something fixed, constantly changing talaga. Kahit nagkano ko pa sabihin na ito na yon, ito na yung review calendar ko. Hindi mo masasabing you're able to stick with the plan, but it's always good to have a plan. Kaya you should, as early as possible, try to draft your review calendar na. Mine started as far as a year before, parang 2023, before I started my review my review year, which is 5th year sa law school ko. So from that summer onwards, I tried to schedule in a calendar the annotations or books pa na gusto ko basahin before I read the review books. Although, kasi it's not advisable na you go back pa talaga sa annotations kasi supposedly nabasa mo na yun. Kasi I have backlogs talaga. Like in political law, public international law, I had to go back talaga to Bernas kasi hindi maganda yung foundation ko. So I allotted time for that. And then, as it was nearing the end of my last semester in law school, doon na nagkaroon ako ng mas fixed na schedule on the syllabus that I have to study for the bar exam. So that was penciled in lang kasi nag-iiba nga talaga and nagbago na naman. Parang I had my semi-final calendar, pero nung nakapag-decide na talaga ako saan ako na review center mag-e-enroll, I had to change it again because I have to follow the calendar nung review center na yun. So, yeah, that was difficult talaga. Kumbaga, walang magsasabi sa'yo kung tama or mali yung review calendar mo. So, it may be a hit or miss. And you just have to trust lang din yourself na maybe this is the right schedule for you. For me, my schedule was 6 days in a week. I would study 8 to 12 hours, scheduled in or split into 2 subjects. Kasi I have a tendency to be bored from reading just one subject in a day. Also, it helped me kasi if I split into 2 subjects, one subject I was reading fresh material, and then for the other subject, I'd be reviewing or trying to refresh in my mind ano yung inaral ko the previously about the said topic. So, parang new material for this subject, reviewing back, recapping. So, parang inuulit-ulit po pa rin. And yun nga lang, 2 subjects yung pinagsasabay mo. Kasi sa akin, I was bored. And kaysa naman sa wala akong focus half day or natutulog ako nung half day na kasi I was disinterested. If I switched to a new subject, I'd be more focused. Though it was split into 4 hours. And then, the review calendar, parang nagkaroon ng it was more detailed 2 months from the bar exam na I had a schedule talaga. I would wake up 5:30. That's trying to fix that was intentional, so I could fix my body clock na hindi ako hirap magising na maaga in preparation for the exam itself, exam day na schedule. So I would wake up 5:30, try to insert a run, and then be seated 7:30. Nakapag-breakfast na. Then magbabasa ako hanggang 11:30. I'll have lunch, and then magbabasa na naman for a different subject na. And then hanggang 6, I guess. Then I'll have dinner, and then yun na, basa na naman hanggang sa makatulog ng 10. I don't stay up late because I knew from 4 years of law school na I will get sick if I keep staying up late. So, hanggang 10 o'clock lang yung aral ko. Next, materials. So, materials, ewan ko kung tama yung ginawa ko. Napunta ko dun sa quantity over quality. Kasi ang dami kong binasang iba't ibang materials spanning from Codal, a reviewer, LMTs, reviewer from a review center, reviewer from a school, notes ko, the syllabus, video lectures. Parang masyado man akong maraming pinagsabay-sabay. But somehow, it was working for me because I was at the same time filling up my syllabus na notes. So whatever, kung kahit na galing man sa iba't ibang materials, I consolidated it para at the end of, or like a month before the exam, I only had one material na lang na nire-review nun, which was also handwritten na notes ko of the syllabus, which I think really helped me. What else? Flashcards. Flashcards helped me a lot. Kasi lalo na nung the week of the bar exam, my brain was not braining anymore, you know? I was so tired. I just wanted to end it. It was so gloomy. Sumasakit ang ulo ko. Thankfully, hindi sumakit nung 3 days na exam. Parang in between, it would be so gloomy. Parang, let's say, I took the exam on a Sunday. The next 2 days niyan, gloomy. And so, I was not in the mood to read long materials. There were rumors about LMTs na parang mataas ang hit rate. Pero ang haba, 100 pages. Ang sakit ng ulo ko, wala akong pasensya magbasa. So, I ended up just reading the flashcards, which covered really the most basic na or frequently asked topics. Which, yun nga, marami namang lumabas din. So, nakatulong talaga yun. Kasi in between, for example, nung lunchtime, ganyan, inaantok ka, gutom ka, or parang wala talaga, hindi ka talaga nasa mood to read or absorb info pa. Kasi, well, it is too late na rin. So yun, flashcards really helped. I don't recommend having handwritten syllabus-based notes if you don't have enough time as I did. Especially if working ka, hindi talaga siya feasible. Or, feasible man siya, hindi mo matatapos. Parang ganun, parang aksaya ng oras and energy. So, baka yun, you can consider doing that or not. Again, depende sa kakayahan and sa time mo. So finally, my bar exam experience. Where do I begin? All in all, I had the best time. I really enjoyed my bar review and bar exam experience. Siguro kasi, yun, the secret was relinquishing control. Yung stuff na alam ko I do not have control over, I was able to let go at an early stage. Though I was working to top the bar sana, yung effort ko was at the maximum, hoping na I'll do well. Alam mo yun na if you don't, it's also okay. If you fail, it's also okay. You relinquish control dun sa part ng kung papasa ka ba or hindi. Pero yun, dun sa effort na ipapasok mo sa review period, dun ka totodo. And you're not gonna let yourself spend more energy sa pag-iisip kung papasa ka ba or hindi, kung enough ba tong effort mo o hindi, kung tama ba tong material na binabasa mo or hindi. Kumbaga, nasa state ka dapat na you trust yourself enough, you trust the process, you trust what you're doing, na at this point, ito na yung sa tingin mo na best na dapat gawin. So, gagawin mo at the maximum din, or at your best na pagbabasa. You maximize what you have, you maximize what you can do, and yun nga, less wasting of time and energy sa hypothetical thinking of the what ifs. What if mali itong ginawa ko? What if I should have deferred? What if parang this is not the time. The review period, hindi yun ang time na second guess mo yung self mo. Kumbaga, ikaw talaga dapat ang biggest cheerleader na meron ka. It helps na you have a bar ops team, you have your family support, pero dapat ikaw talaga may tiwala ka sa Diyos at sa sarili mo, and it will really, really be a big help. Pero ang secret ko, kung paano ko nakatulog ng mahimbing the day before the exam, kasi although sa day 2 and day 3, day 1 I really suffered. Hindi ako nakatulog na mabuti. I think I only had 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Was have meds. I took I don't recommend it, like I don't I'm just saying, for me, what worked was seeing a professional, and the professional or the doctor telling me na this medicine may help you sa overthinking or sa anxiety mo. I was prescribed that medicine and I took that medicine. Yeah. Getting professional help before the bar exam is, for me, a must. I saw my doctor 6 months before the exam and I was told na I should get back to my medications for my mood in preparation na baka I might be unstable. Pero when I started drinking my medicines naman, I thought na parang it was affecting or clouding, I was getting brain fog out of it, so I stopped. And it really did help, pero kasi it only worked out, not taking meds for my mood only worked out because I tumodo ako sa exercise, sa healthy diet, and sa keeping myself away from other stressors, just minimizing yung other triggers. Kaya it worked out for me. Pero yung sa part no sa anxiety ko talaga, it's not something I think I had control over. So I had help from my doctor and by taking a medicine for it. So yeah, I think it will greatly benefit you if you see a professional months before the exam, so you'd know how to better prepare for the anxiety part, for the part na di natin mafu-foresee. It's best na you have something that may help you. I think I have to cut this one short because yung short chit-chat naging podcast na. I think what I was trying to say was that if you put in enough effort and dedication in your law school journey, the bar exam should not be that scary. Stories that we hear about the bar exam are often anxiety-inducing, pero I think I want a different story this time, that there's success in the end, you will be rewarded, and you just have to keep faith talaga. This will be a period na you'll have to reach out more sa Panginoon, and you have to believe in yourself and hope na everything will turn out okay and in God's perfect timing. So, good luck and better start studying ulit. Bye!